America's turning 250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers. American-made, battle-ready style for true patriots. Whether you're marching in the parade, grilling in the backyard, or raising a toast to liberty, do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Vine.
If you can't be good, be bad.
What's up, Joey? Tony, Joey, the crew.
Welcome to Good Times, Bad Times. All right, we're ready to rock and roll over here. We want to welcome Chuck and Carolina Monangelo. Chuck, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing, Joey?
We're doing good over here. You're both from Three Rats Entertainment, producers, directors, and featured films, including, you have a lot of films you're working on these days, man. You just finished up Extortion Thugs.
We finished up Extortion Thugs.
Filming on Long Island.
Yeah, December 11th, when we filmed it up there, and starting on November 1st. Yeah, 28 days.
28 days of filming.
That's incredible. That's a lot of work to pack in 28 days.
Every day, right?
Yes, every day for 27 days.
Wow.
We had some breaks, but most of the time we were working 12 hours a day. It was kind of, a big project, a big production. So we had over 100 actors every day on the set.
Wow.
Yeah.
The last time we saw you, there was a truck that was driving up with all of your props, I remember. So that arrived safely, I take it.
Yeah, it arrived safely. Fortunately, everything went well.
Good.
So our set designer, she actually came back with all our props.
We had tons of money, too.
All the fake money. And
Okay.
we were joking about what if you got pulled over on I-95, and how would you explain that? Very interesting. That's great.
So how's it being back home in Tampa after all that work? I mean, you settling back?
Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay. It's beautiful down here, and the weather's been a little bit chilly. For you guys, that's You would switch it right
All the
now.
money.
You
Look at all that moolah.
know, Tampa Bay is good. The weather's a little bit chilly for us, but we love it. Florida's great. Florida's beautiful.
Yep.
And how long you been living in Florida? I know you're originally from Old Bethpage.
I'm from Old Bethpage. I've been here, I don't know, 38 years now. 38
Wow.
years. Hmm.
Yeah.
Carolina's been here for 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, Tampa's beautiful. One of our daughters just came back from school. She was going to UTampa, and now she transferred back home to finish out upstate New York. So she left the warm weather behind and for the
That's
cold,
cool.
but it's okay. It's all working out. So maybe we'll get back down there someday to visit. I love
good
it
to hear
there.
the Long Island accents, too.
My southern accent. I heard you on another show, and I thought that was funny when you said you could hear my southern accent. So yeah, it's very.
Friends of mine are saying I have a southern accent. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
I try to hide it sometimes, but you know what? The older I get, I'm like, it's me. I can't be fake. This is the way I sound. Deal with it,
But you guys are at Governor's, right? And was that in Farmingdale?
We're in Levittown.
This
I
is
love
Levittown.
Levittown.
Good old
Yeah.
Levittown. Where
Yeah.
your hometown, right?
Governor's Comedy Club,
Yeah.
right in the back.
Joey's
There's
hometown.
my hometown. Yep. I used to ride my bike in this parking lot when I was a kid. Now I'm
Yeah.
inside. I was too young to get in. Now I can finally get in.
Did you ever
Times
go when
Square, right?
what was the big club that you used to go to? The Uncle
Spit.
Sam.
You ever go to
Sam's?
Spit or Uncle
Was
Sam's?
it Uncle Sam's?
Yeah. With my old band, Strange Brew, we used to play those places before they were even around.
Right.
It was Barrymore's, I think. It was in the heyday.
Wow.
What was it? Not the Mad Hatter. We played there at the Mad Hatter, but we played at Speaks, Hammerheads, all those places.
Oh my gosh.
And we used to play those big gigs there. But I think Uncle Sam's used to be Barrymore's. It's in
Before.
Levittown. Yeah, is
Yeah.
it off Hempstead Turnpike?
Yeah.
Old Country Road.
Yep.
Hempstead Turnpike.
Right there.
Those are the good old days.
I
I'm a
miss
little bit
the good
younger
old
than
days.
you guys.
I'm sorry?
I says I'm a little bit younger than you all.
Maybe.
I think
No, that was good
I think
old
your
days.
mic cut out a little bit.
We're
Okay.
good? Okay.
So this is great. You guys met about 10 years ago. Carolina is from Poland and Chuck is from Long Island, New York. They both now live in Tampa, Florida, and together. You guys are making films, and
Yeah.
that's awesome that a husband and wife are making films together because you guys are 24/7 thinking of ideas and
How does that happen, actually? I wanted to ask you, like, what did you just go out to dinner one night and get drunk and say, hey, let's go make some horror films? Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, how did that actually happen?
No, this is a funny story because you have to take in consideration that Chuck has very creative personality.
Uh-huh.
So what happened is we went to New York one day, and that was like 10 years ago, and we were walking around in the woods, where's Mount Misery Road, Huntington.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So he said, well, I'm going to show you because, I'm not from U.S., I'm from Poland. He said, I'm going to show you around. I'm going to show you the most haunted road in America, this and that. And he took me there, and when we were walking around, he took the cell phone out. And he started filming me. I said, walk around over here, walk around. So then I started walking around and said, oh, that looks pretty cool. So let's make something out of it. So we came back to the hotel and we reviewed the films that we took that day. And he said, oh, that would be a great idea to make a movie about Mount Misery Road. And since that day, we were just started shooting some content, and then we made our first movie.
The rest
It's a little
is
bit more in
history.
detail, but
Yeah.
actually this is Amityville, Mount Misery Road.
That's amazing. I actually want to watch that. I was looking at the list here of all the movies that
Yeah,
you've
it's kind of a Blair Witch kind of.
I love that genre. I
footage.
love that kind of genre. You always tease me though, because I love watching documentaries, all these serial killer documentaries that are on like Netflix now, and I'm just fascinated with all of that. So
Well, I'm thinking
sometimes
about-
you do tease me, but
and there it is, Amityville,
yeah.
Yeah, this is the.
Oh, that's great.
the-
That's great.
and that film was released and it was also in Walmart. You were selling it all over the
It
place,
went
right?
viral. I mean, literally was sold out in 1 week all
That's
around the United
crazy.
States. And we didn't even in our wildest dreams ever think something of that.
So something
nature
that you would just sort of like not joking around, but kind of didn't really have a plan, and here you
Well,
are.
Carolina is a professional editor, so she was editing the film.
That's
We were
great.
at the Holiday Inn in Plainview over there.
That's
And
crazy.
we went back to
Yeah.
the hotel, and she said, "Hey, I think I put some film together here. What do you think of this?" I said, "Hey, let's go back there again the next morning." So we
Wow.
went back there. We were filming in like 8-degree weather, and we were there, probably for 3, 4 more days, and literally went back to Florida. We shot some scenes here in Tampa, and then we needed more footage. So when we went back up to Long Island, we went back up there again, and went back into the woods and shot some film. And the second time we went back there, though, it started to get a little bit haunting because things started happening. Because we researched Mount Misery Road, and we researched, it's one of the most hauntedest roads in the
Yep.
world. So the settlers were warned by the native Indians to stay away from that area. There's red glowing lights going on at night. There's nothing that grows on the slopes. There's an old asylum there, Foundation Mary, the deranged patient. She burned down the first asylum. The story goes on and on and on, and we found it very fascinating. So
Definitely.
we actually
check
went
that
down to
out.
Huntington, the villages of Huntington. We were invited to do some research, and from maps from like the 1700s, it says Mount Misery Road on it. And
Wow.
so it became this ghostly kind of thing,
Wow. I love that.
and we had a blast making it. It was just me and her, and maybe one or two other people, and we had a blast making it, and we put it out there, and they were literally fighting over it in Los Angeles.
They really like the movie, and we end up selling the movie in Walmarts, online, on all the platforms. So we were having many people following that movie at that time, and we even had haters and lovers. We had some people, if you don't have haters, that means you're not doing something right.
Right.
You gotta-
Yeah,
So-
That's true.
if you do
yeah,
it-
so people were messaging me with some death threats on
Oh, geez.
Facebook
Oh wow.
that required blocking. So it was crazy at that time. That was 2018, I think, or 17.
We filmed it in
17.
16. I think it came out in 17 or 18.
Wow.
But the thing, Newsday did a write up on it. Long Island, News did it. Then we were on the radio. I mean, it was a little bit crazy, man. It was something different than
Yeah, for
I've ever done
sure.
before. And we got the bug, and that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah, that's great.
So-
That's great.
You got the bug from doing a video that you really didn't know was going to go viral. You were just
Yeah, no.
walking around with your cell phone camera, and you
Everybody
got it.
copied us after that.
Oh, yeah.
The distribution company, ITM Films, thanks to Stuart Austin and his wife, Nico. They knew it was right around the corner from Amityville, so they tagged on Amityville to it. And then everybody, there was like at that time, I think maybe 6 Amityville films.
Right.
And then after that, there's like 25 of them after
Yeah,
that.
so if you go to Wikipedia, you actually can see our movies like number 6 or 7, and there's 20 other movies after us.
Okay. Well, you were trailblazers there, but that's great.
So some of your acting wasn't really acting. You were actually feeling the haunt of being at Mount Misery Road.
People thought
Yeah.
it was like a vacation movie.
Yes.
They thought it was a couple just filming, which made it more kind of organic
Like
and
a vlog.
natural,
Yeah.
I filmed it on a Galaxy 7
Imagine.
Android.
Imagine.
So it can be done, which is exciting. And that led us to our second film when we came back to Florida, which was The American Ripper.
The American Ripper, and that was in 2023. You did that
That was
during
it. Yeah.
We started filming that during COVID.
Right.
So it didn't come out until 23 because we had some problems and we were doing everything ourselves at that time. So when you do everything yourself, it's kind of a journey, like you have to do everything, and makeup and lighting and everything, camera work.
Look at that. That's great too.
Production.
The cover.
That's
So-
why I was wondering, like the special effects, like in a bloody scene, like in Bad Bunny or something like that. Like who's in charge of the blood and all that, the guts? That's you.
Carolina did it.
Oh yeah, you did a great job, and you also acted in it as well.
Thanks. Yeah. So it was a lot of work in Bad Bunny, but also The American Ripper. If you watch that, guys, it's it took us a lot of our time to to make that movie in our hearts, because we did everything literally ourselves, and to do that, to get into the role plus makeup and the whole production, it's from our hearts, so we really put everything into it.
There was nobody working at that time. It was COVID, so we were actually getting our food delivered to the house. Nobody was really going out here in Tampa Bay.
Right.
There was a wave of that COVID killing friends of ours, is breezing through all the states of America, and so we had nothing to do. So we said, hey, let's make another movie. And we would wake up on the weekends thinking we're the only craziest couple in Tampa making this bloody film in our own house, But it won Best Featured Film in Tampa Bay, number one out of thousands of videos. It won Orlando Best Featured Film in Phantasma. Grindhouse. Carolina won Best Actress on it. Amazing. She kept saying, "Oh, you're going to take first place on it," and she actually beat me on it.
I don't know why.
And I played the music on it too. I played all the music.
That's great. I'm going to check that one out for sure. And where did you film around the Tampa area? Because my daughter went to UTampa, and I heard that campus is haunted. I don't know if there's any truth
actually,
to that.
Chuck, you told us that.
Did you tell us that? Was it? Chuck said that. Yeah. Whereabouts Tampa did you do some filming?
We did it around Lutz, Land O'Lakes, Florida.
Okay.
So it was around our area, but most of the time we film in the house.
Okay.
And it's a great story. It's a psychological thriller. Our influencers were Misery, the movie Misery.
The Shining.
The Shining.
Yep.
All right, so Chuck is playing the psychopath in this movie. And he's transforming from the attorney to this psychopath killer. Okay, so you gotta see the transformation. He's just acting just like Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Wow, love it.
It's kind of crazy, the movie is really.
I thought my friends were gonna think, "What the hell is he thinking? What is he, crazy?" So, but we had a blast. We do like horror. We come from a horror background. We do like thriller, suspense, and so we made this sick film. We wanted to make this a sicko film, and Carolina literally was up at 5 o'clock in the morning putting blood all over her. Anything that happened around the house, we had buzzards, eating a turtle in the backyard, fly
on the bones.
So people were thinking, and we added some cannibalism to it.
Oh, geez.
So
I mean, it's a movie. You gotta watch it. So it's all special effects.
But we had to take all the furniture out of my house, and we had to put it all back in. It was a lot of work.
I wonder what your neighbors may have thought. Like, what's happening?
They actually participated.
Good.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Neighbors participate as one of the police
You have
officers.
to, Otherwise, you'd have people like
That-
a bunch of
that's
Karens.
that's-
What's going on across the street?
That's our neighbors.
Yeah.
You can't beat them, join them.
I could not find a police officer. I needed a police officer to play a detective in the film, and, and we were knocking our heads against the wall, saying, "Okay, who can play this part? Who can play this part?" And I kept saying, "Hey, this guy named Ross Stempler, which actually is the same birthday as Carolina. We didn't even know it." I approached him, and he was looking at me weird, like, "Okay, he just had that prick look. He had that mean prick motherfucker look.
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
Nope.
But we put him in the film. And he ended up playing in 2 other films. So he's in 3 films of ours.
And we filmed in his house once too.
We actually filmed Killer Grannies in his home.
Oh yeah.
Another big production.
Big production, which was a few productions later. We filmed
a few years later.
A few years later, we used his house to do another production. But he's now like a movie star. People, when he gets his teeth done and people say, "Oh, you're in that film. You're in that film. Oh my God!" And he goes, "Yeah." He walks around, boasting that he's a, celebrity now in the film. The American Ripper.
Oh, good for him. That's crazy. So, what are your next plans here now that you're coming off?
Obviously, you're still. I'm assuming that you're still editing Extortion Thugs.
Absolutely. So, I'm finishing editing Snarly Owl. That's our another creature feature film. Which Chuck is going to show you. The
Snarly Owl is the famous mad dog, dog shuck that lives up in the Appalachian Mountains. So we had this passion for going to Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. So we went to the military park there, and I asked, "Hey, look, I want to make this movie about this crazy legend, which is called the Snarly Owl." and he is a crazy, sick, evil monster, deranged dog
Wow.
Wow.
that is second to Mothman. He's got red glowing eyes. He's got a big snout. He's got, he walks on its hind legs. He's got giant nails and pores, just creature. So we
Yeah.
actually had this creature made in Miami. And we had a big cast in that film. And Harper's Ferry, where they made the military guns during the Civil War, was an honor to be filming in this historical park with John Brown, the history of John Brown. And we had the counties there, we had the mayor there, and we shot that in March of 2024.
Okay.
And we filmed that there. And Carolina's finishing that up, Snarly Yow, which is the legend of the famous Yow creature, second to Mothman. And we work with the West Virginia Film Commission.
Wow.
And they can't wait to see the film because they were backing the film.
We were actually filming in National Park there.
Yeah.
The military park.
It's a military park, and it's where they made the muskets. It's a famous Civil War park there, and it was taken over by the rebels, the Yankees, like 80 some odd times. It switched hands back and forth.
Harper's Ferry.
Harper's Ferry, yeah.
That's great.
So that's a movie that's going to come out this year.
Great.
We also did, as you know, Extortion Thugs, which is the big New York film, the mafia film that
And
we
Killer
did.
Grannies.
And Killer Grannies was filmed in Tampa Bay,
Okay.
which is about these two granny killers.
Watch that. I honestly have to watch
I
that.
DJ at senior centers, man. I could get
Yeah.
I could get you some back.
If I needed the extra.
Yeah, you need extras.
Or the
I
granny.
found found very interesting the story of these two granny killers, and it was a true story, and basically it's inspired me to write the movie,
So that was going to be my question. So that's based on a true story, The Killer Grannies?
Inspired.
Inspired.
So not based. It's not documentary, but just
But that happens
inspired.
all over the world.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
actually, Carolina was, making all the props. This is some of the insurance policies that she made, and you can see everything was all very authentic.
So that movie is also, we have team of editors that are actually working on that movie as well, and Snarly Owl should be coming this year as well, and Extortion Thugs, that's going to be the next project. It's going to be in post-production, and it is in post-production, and should be coming out early 2027, maybe even end of this year.
Okay.
We'll see. And coming back to your question, what our plans? So Chuck coming back to Tampa, I'm back to editing. He's like, okay, let me write more screenplays.
Yeah.
And he already wrote 2 screenplays
Yeah.
Wow.
in 2 months. So it's like,
But we got a lot of exciting things going on. We're trying to fall into this kind of drama of historical stuff right now,
Yeah.
which we went to a reenactment down here in Florida, which is a famous place here in Florida. I don't want to say too much, but we fell in love with the story, and we're already working with the Florida State Park right now on
Wow, that's great.
something big.
it's a historical film.
But the big movie right now is Bad Bunny.
Yeah, the Bad Bunny.
The Bad Bunny movie just went totally viral with almost 4.5 million views.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and it's only been out since a few days before Halloween of last year.
That's crazy.
So, again, another genius marketing by ITN Films.
That's great.
And Bad Bunny was a funny, exciting movie that we did with this creature bunny.
We were watching it. That's on Tubi TV, right?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
Tubi.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the non-censored version on Tubi.
Non-censored.
Non-censored. Yeah.
Yeah.
But censored version is on YouTube, and the one on YouTube has currently 2.5 million views.
Wow.
And there's other channels on YouTube that they're showing that movie, and the other channel is around 1 million. So total is like 4.5 on YouTube, but on Tubi, so
We don't even know what's on Tubi, but
It's
since
a big
Bad Bunny
buzz.
happened this weekend at the Super Bowl, we heard that it just went completely like bonkers because it pops up every time somebody's trying to Google the musician Bad Bunny, So we're very excited about Bad Bunny, and I'm sure it's going to be a classic film. So we're pretty excited about that.
That's a lot of views, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
lot of views. I mean, usually independent filmmakers, if they're lucky, if they get 50,000 views, you know.
Yeah.
We actually wanted to call it Bugs the Bunny Killer.
Mhm.
So they called it Bad Bunny. And then now it's kind of being dubbed as Bugs the Bunny Killer.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Bugs the Bunny Killer.
That's great.
Mhm.
So we actually have a message from someone named Stephen Forget. He's an
Oh.
actor on Extortion, and he's watching the program, and he says hello.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve, what's up, man?
How are you doing?
Steven Forget.
Forget, yes.
Forget.
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 He's Italian, but then now he sounds like he's from France. But we miss everybody. We miss him. We miss all our actors because we literally everybody fell in love with each other. And Steve plays Rocco Gallo.
In Extortion Thugs,
And
which is a villain character. Amazing character.
We had to find a guy that could play this part, and Steve is actually from California.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to tell you too much about it because we want to save it for the film.
Mm-hmm.
But Steve, was all about engulfing himself into the
Oh yeah.
immersing himself into the character.
That's
He is a sick pup in the film. He's a sicko, and he just by the middle of the movie, he was literally walking around like the character. He thought he was the character.
That's good.
It's called method acting.
Right.
So he's a good guy, good 6.5 feet tall, weighs 325 pounds.
Right.
Some, killer, some brutal killer.
That's great.
And I got the idea from The Godfather. I always fell in love with, what's his name, Luca Brodsky.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed one of the guys to play that part, and he was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad you're watching, Steve.
People are asking on YouTube where they can find Bad Bunny.
So we have folks asking on where they can find Bad Bunny.
On
Where can they
YouTube.
on YouTube.
On YouTube, type Bugs the Bunny Killer horror movie 2025 or Bad Bunny horror movie, or the best to watch on Tubi.
I would watch it on Tubi because
it's uncensored.
they censored the hell out of it on YouTube.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when we watched it on YouTube, we were like, "Oh my God, where are those parts?
Where are those
Where are
scenes?
those scenes?"
Right. Some of your best
So you can
scenes.
watch it on Apple TV too. It's on Apple. It's on I think it's on Rocco TV, and it's on Amazon Prime. Usually when the distribution companies they come out, they get the feelers out, and then over time they start adding more platforms to
Right.
it.
That's great.
Um,
So you're going to watch your view counts go up now.
Exactly.
4.5 million's not enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's great.
But Long Island is my hometown, and New York is very dear to me, and that's why we made Extortion Thugs. We had almost 40 legendary locations there, and we were shooting at Russo's on the Bay. We were shooting over at the Carousel in Huntington. We were shooting at
All the restaurants.
all the restaurants. We shot at what was the rest of the diner on
Embassy.
the
Diner.
Embassy Diner. Yeah.
Yeah, that's patriotic
We
over
might
there.
actually go there for dinner after.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, tell him you said hello.
Yeah.
Friends with Gus. So Gus says, absolutely, I want to be part of this.
Yeah.
We shot at a funeral home.
That
We
was
shot at pizzerias. So many,
Oh my God, so many.
so many places.
32
can't imagine.
locations.
30 through almost 40 locations.
Wow. That's impressive.
And me and Carolina did all the location work. We actually went and shot at warehouses.
Actually, no.
Well, she came along with me.
Okay.
She was my mascot.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, man. A lot of work.
I'm sure it was fun.
In a little bit of time, too, right? I
Yeah.
mean, to cram it all into a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, we both acted main parts. I played Luigi Bellecci in the part. I had 2 kids in the movie. I had a great actress, Loretta, that plays the part of Loretta.
Ali Schaefer.
Ali Schaefer, and what an incredible actress. She played my wife, and Carolina's my mistress in the movie. When we did the Snarly Owl, I had to grow a beard as long as Joey there. So I played a hunter. Carolina plays as a hunter girl in the woods. So we like getting into these characters.
It's definitely interesting, that's for sure. What do we do in our spare time?
We
During
fight.
COVID, we binge watch bad.
Well, she does watch a lot of horror movies and a lot of Breaking Bad. But you like to watch
I do.
mysteries that are unsolved.
Yeah, I love all that.
So I'm like, you figure her husband would come home and she'd have like, some love show on or something, but she's watching all the.
Love it.
So it's right up her alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all those things that she's watching on ID and Unsolved Mysteries and on these great places inspire us to write these films.
Right.
We do like that genre. We like suspense. We like horror. Unsolved mysteries. We like that.
Psychological too.
Psychological thrillers.
Yeah.
Some of these movies are fictional, and some are non-fictional. We do this every day. We literally do this every day.
That's amazing.
I was going to ask you. That was one of the questions I had. With other hobbies or other things you both like to do together, but you enjoy doing this, so why bother, right?
I mean, we have our lives. It's
right.
not.
It's not 24/7, obviously.
Right.
No.
You're not trying to one up each other
Sometimes
every
it
morning.
is.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
No. We travel. I don't know. We love going out just like you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
We're just normal people.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're always thinking outside the box about entertainment. So, like tomorrow, we have a big rehearsal on all original music.
Right.
We play with a great singer of ours. He's
Tommy
Defato. He's our lead singer, and we put our original music in our films, which is great.
That's awesome.
So 2 weeks from now, we're gonna be recording the whole tracks.
Yeah, we're recording right now. We're doing a vibe of West Virginia feel.
Yeah.
So we're playing this kind of bunch of redneck sounds. We're playing the banjo, mandolin. I'm trying to get this kind of real folky kind of sound to put in the films.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's influenced by my good buddy Marty Ballin.
Yeah, Marty Vallon. I was going to ask you. I know you're good friends with Marty Vallon. Unfortunately, he passed away, but guitar player from Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah, Marty was a good friend of mine, and I met Marty back in 2006, and he had blonde hair at the time because he was doing a tour with the Starship and everything. And he meets me, and I'm in a suit and tie, and he looks me up and down. It was only until about a year later I ran into him in Publix grocery store.
Oh wow!
In Florida, and it was just meant to be. He was walking down the aisle, and I was walking down the other aisle, the other way, and
right.
I knew who he was. And Marty always would carry a pen, a magic marker, and he always had a pad on him.
Right.
And I says, Marty Ballin, and he goes, yeah. Hi. He had that California swagger, And he lived in Carrollwood here in Tampa Bay. And I said, I'm a lead guitar player. And he goes, I'm looking for a lead guitarist. So I sent him, he took out his pad and he wrote his address. And he said, mail me some tapes, mail me some stuff that you have. I went back home, shocked that I just met a rock and roll legend.
Yeah.
And I sent him some tapes, and then he called me.
Wow.
He left a message on my cell phone and said, hey, this is Marty Ballin. I listened to your stuff. I'd like to have you come to my house, And so I went to his house, and we were inseparable ever since. It was just amazing journey to be playing and to honor be playing with this rock and roll legend that's been at every major concert in the history of rock and roll. Friends with Janis Joplin, friends with Jerry Garcia. Started the whole San Francisco sound in the Bay Area, and now he lived in Tampa Bay. So he was on the West Coast, and then he was on the East Coast side. But I mean, the stories go on. He was drinking buddies with Jim Morrison, and
how cool is that to say you were drinking buddies with Jim Morrison?
I would pick his brain apart all the time. We would party together, and we would drink together, and we would make music all the time. And I ended up writing songs for him, and then he got his Grammy, his Lifetime Achievement Award, and I was always a big fan of Hot Tuna. Back in the 70s, I would go to all the Hot Tuna shows, and Jorma Kaukonen and Jack Cassidy were like my idols, and I would just stare in awe at 16, 17 years of age, looking up at Jorma. Jorma was playing at the Comac Arena, and I would look at him, and within, 40 years later, I'm playing on stage with both of those guys.
That's amazing.
and playing many shows with them at Fur Peace Ranch and at the famous place in New York. What is it? I'm trying to think of the Manhattan. And we would play at the Iridium all the time.
Cutting room?
The Cutting Room, we would play there, but we'd play at the big theater that holds like
Patcho?
20,000.
No, in the city.
Oh, in the city.
It was in Manhattan.
Limelight.
I played at the Limelight many times. I did a show there with Rick Derringer.
Wow.
But
What's the place you said?
The bottom line.
no,
The Bottom
it's,
Line?
I played at the Bottom Line, but no, it's bigger than that. Bigger than my father's place. This is it has 3 stories.
Like
it's
the
an
Sony
old
Theater or something? What are those theaters?
What was it?
I can't think of the old theaters, maybe.
Like the Sony Theater?
Not Radio City.
I don't think Radio.
Not Radio City?
No, not Radio City. That's a famous place. I can't think of it right now.
Don't worry about it.
Great.
Great venue.
It's coming to my tongue anyway. So
Don't worry about it.
yeah. So yeah, it was just amazing to walk out on stage and everybody screaming at you and stuff. Like shows with Eddie Money with him, and
Oh wow, Eddie Money.
Long Island's
did
Eddie
it,
Money.
Yeah.
I did a bunch of shows with Eddie Money. But we played in. I remember we played in Boston at the Boston Pops Theater, the Eggshell. I walk out with Marty and there's 70,000 people there.
Wow.
Playing in because they had like a 4th of July outdoor party.
Right.
And it was like 110-degree weather, and I'm throwing myself on the ice in the basement after the show's over. I'm just like ready to pass out.
We go to a lot of those shows on Long Island. Not that in the summertime, right?
We go to Jones Beach. Jones Beach
goes
has
on big shows.
a lot of
and
outdoor.
Yeah.
The Beacon Theater,
Beacon,
Ah.
the Beacon, yes.
the legendary Beacon Theater.
I saw the
Wow.
Allman Brothers there many years ago.
Oh, I can
but
tell
yeah.
you all the stories about the Allman Brothers and the Jefferson Airplane.
Oh boy.
Because you got the Fillmore East. You got the Fillmore East. They were the Jefferson Airplane was the house band for Bill Graham. Bill Graham was their manager,
Wow.
and they would all fight on who had the most groupies
Oh,
stage, and they would say who would play the longest. Because back in those days, they would actually be everybody's on acid. They were all doing drugs and shit.
right.
So it was legal back then. So they would play all night, play all into the wee hours of the morning. And they would be battling with the Grateful Dead, the Airplane, but it was always the Allman Brothers, especially the famous the Fillmore East album, the live album, that they did. One of my favorite albums with Dwayne Allman, Dickie Betts, and the brothers there.
That's great.
So
That's amazing. I do have a clip of you. It's one of my favorite songs when I was looking them up. Was "With Your Love." It's got about a minute of Marty Ballin and Chuck. It was on YouTube. I found it. I love it. I love the song. We'll play it right now. Oh, that's awesome, man.
thank you. I don't know where that was. I mean, we must have played that song a million times. That was one of Marty's famous favorite songs. "With Your Love" was written by a friend of his. I can't think of his name right now, but was one of my favorite songs, Jefferson Starship song. But we're also good friends with Jesse Barish that wrote, Hearts. We actually put one of Jesse's songs in our film. It was an original piece that we did was in The American Ripper. But Jesse wrote Hearts, and he also wrote Count on Me, which was a big hit for Marty and the Jefferson Starship.
Right. It's funny. You mentioned Jefferson Starship the first time I met you, and I was like, my parents met in Woodstock back in like 67, 69?
69.
And that's where it all began with my upbringing. And I don't want to get into too much details, but my dad was a roadie and he was helping the bands back there and all that stuff. So
Really?
when you mentioned Jefferson Airplane, I was like, that brings back my childhood memories.
Yeah, I mean, they flew the airplane in with helicopters. They were so drunk, the airplane, and they went on early in the morning. and they were up all night partying and drinking,
I don't know how these bands did that.
yeah.
Well, they were young.
I guess, but to
You
remember
can actually
everything.
see Marty's kind of, they're so like, hey, but that was classic, I mean, that performance was just ridiculous with Santana and the Airplane and, Alvin Lee and The Who, all those great.
Is there
great
footage of those concerts on YouTube? Probably, I would think. No.
Yeah, they're all over YouTube of the Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah.
Some new stuff has came in, even the album Bless Its Pointed Little Head. I was in the car with Marty. We're going to a Hot Tuna show, and I was playing Bless Its Pointed Head. It was in remixed, stereophonic, and he goes, that's us. Wow, it's so crystal clear. Wow, and I says, man, and he goes, wow, I didn't think it sounded that good, because he would never really listen to this. They'd make their albums and move on to another.
Right.
Just like to make movies.
Just like we're making.
We don't watch them.
We don't watch
You
them.
don't actually watch it.
You don't have time to look at your own stuff.
Yeah.
But Marty was a trip. It was an honor to play with him, and his legacy lives on in me.
When did he pass? Was it recent?
It was 2018. It was
wow.
it was September 27th.
Wow.
We were basically there. We used to practice at my house here all the time. And we were going to be doing like 10 different shows all around America, and then he got sick. We were actually supposed to perform at the Iridium. We went to New York, and then he got sick. He had a heart attack. But there's more to that story, but we won't get into it too much.
Yeah. Oh, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, great guy, great friend. You guys would have loved him.
Yeah, too
He
bad.
was a hippie, He's a
Yeah.
regular dude just like us all.
Right.
Real
Yeah.
good guy.
Old school.
Old
love it.
school.
I love it.
But yeah, so we go and see your cousin plays drums in a Allman Brothers.
Oh yeah, my cousin's boyfriend.
The Allman Brothers, what's that called? Tribute band.
Almost Brothers.
Almost
They're called
Brothers.
the Almost Brothers. Yeah. But no, they're very big actually. They play a lot of the big concerts.
They play at
Nassau County.
They'll play like at Allen Park and Farmingdale, and the whole place will
Yeah.
be packed. It's like a mini Woodstock,
We-
trying to bring back the vibes.
But every year these concerts get bigger and bigger because I think people just love going to see concerts, live concerts outside.
The one I always look forward to seeing is Lynyrd Skynyrd at Jones Beach every summer.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Great.
I can tell you, back in the 70s, we were the #1 band in Long Island. I used
Strange-
to play a band called Strange Brew.
Strange Brew.
And I played in front of thousands and thousands of fans 5 days a week.
That's crazy.
I literally was 17. I signed a contract at 17 years of age till 22 years of age.
Wow.
I mean, the band was grossing $300,000 a year.
That's crazy.
Was before MTV. And we were notorious for doing Allman Brothers. And we were kind of the first band that did all those songs. And we would play with the Stanton Addison Band. And this might be a little bit before you guys' time. But we would do everything from, The Who to The Doors. My good friend Joey plays with Dave Saul in the
Electric Dudes.
the Electric Dudes.
Oh yeah, Joe. He played in my backyard.
Yeah. So Joey is the original drummer from the Strange Brew.
Oh wow.
And Joey used to be a heartthrob, so all the women would want to get a chance to hang out with him. And we were young kids, and when most people were, going to college, I was playing to the wee hours of the morning, playing a rock guitar.
That's great.
Wearing 3 different outfits a night and sweating my ass off.
But you had a whole truck, right?
We had a truck. We had, we had
Equipment.
all kinds of. We had 5 roadies. We had a big light system. And we had like 50, 60,000 people on our mailing list, and we would play for Zebra. We would play with Twisted Sister. I remember we played at the Adventureland, and was in Farmingdale there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Route 110.
Yep.
Yeah, and we warmed up for Twisted Sister, and then everybody showed up for us. And then once they got on stage, everybody left.
That's before
Because
MTV.
because everybody was still kind of getting over the Kiss. They were like, okay, who are these guys with this makeup on?
Yeah.
It was this new adaptation to kind of, okay, who are these guys?
Right.
And they ended up being famous,
Yep.
Twisted Sister. which we respected after a while. But those were some great times. You know, I mean, it was just amazing. You know.
Do you play out at all now? Do you play out in Tampa?
We did.
We did. We play original music because we like playing original. You know, we're original artists. So when we play out, we just do like a few songs from Queen, or we'll do. I'm trying to think what else. We do maybe 2 songs, then we play our own music, and then people say, "Hey, play something we know."
Oh yeah.
So we do that selectively, like sometimes, but mostly we record it so we can put in the film, and as well as just show it on the platforms, music platforms, because it's original, like Chuck said, you know. So
yeah, we figured that's, you know, hey, we like Spotify, we like these other channels, but hey, what's better than putting your own music in a music soundtrack in your own movie?
That's great.
And then having people from all over the world listen to it, and then even get voted best music score.
Oh yeah, we got
in one of our
award.
films. So I get a chance to play my Marshall guitar all distorted and making all these weird sounds and crazy stuff, you know, and acoustic guitar distorted, and it just gives a creepiness feel to the movies, you know. And
It's great to do the soundtrack. It's great to do the soundtrack for your movies, because now, you know, you're not paying anybody for the copyrights of their music.
That's
right?
true.
We get people from all over the world, Joey, that they write us all the time and saying, "Can I put my music in your film? Can I get a spotlight? Can I get 20 seconds? Can I, you know, I'm a professional player." And so sometimes we say, "Okay, send some of your stuff, and if we like it, we put a little tab, you know, 10 seconds, you know, because they're little tidbits, the scenes, you know, they're little plays in the film." But music is very dear to me and Carolina's heart, so we play all the time. We literally
we love rehearsing with Tommy too. It's so cool. Like it's just nice, you know. Every Friday or every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, he's coming over, and we just have this nice, you know, sound rehearsal. It's just great. It's relaxing your mind. You know, it's great for the soul.
Yes.
It's just so cool.
We're going to be recording in the studio next week, so we actually have this music that we'll be putting in some of the films. I will submit to you, though, when we casted for Extortion Thugs,
Yes.
we had over 125,000 emails.
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy. People from all over the world wanted to be in this mafia film. It was just getting crazy.
So we had an international star, Consuela. She actually is like a, you know, like an influencer in Italy. So she flew from Milan, Italy, to do the court scene.
She's a duchess
in our film. So she had a very small role, but she decided to fly all the way to the United States to participate in the project. So it was very cool.
Plus, we got Joe Pepe, which is Fat Man. He plays Fat Man Alonzo. He's a big TikTok star. We put him in the film. And I needed a fat man, and Joe Pepe was the perfect guy.
Which is Joe Gambino.
Joe Gambino.
That's his name on all social media.
And then we also have Giovanni, which is Time to Make a Sandwich.
That's another influencer.
The mozzarella. He makes all the fresh mozzarella. If the milk's not coming out of that, you know, if the milk doesn't come out of it, send it back. You know, so he's a big. He played the chef Giovanni in the film. So we were very excited to showcase these guys in the film. But Joe Pepe is a good friend of ours, Joe Gambino, and he was amazing. He was amazing. He was just amazing. He's
a natural actor. You know, he's so great on camera. He's amazing. So
the movie's brutal. I can tell you, the movie is brutal.
Well.
No,
Seems
because I love mafia as another genre of movies. That
Right, you're watching The Godfather.
I love it.
I wrote it in that genre. I mean, I'm I love Francis Ford Coppola, and I love Martin Scorsese and all of those famous directors. So we basically we wanted to make it up there with a bit of horror. We wanted to show guys' heads blown off. We wanted to show guys getting tortured. I don't want to tell you too much, but. I
guess maybe we won't go out to dinner tonight after this.
and what a great place to make it in Long Island, because everything's usually made in Manhattan. So we brought all the communities together in Nassau and Suffolk County. We brought everybody involved, and everybody just was just crazy about it. They did a big
Okay,
article.
so this is how Chuck looks in Extortion Thugs.
Oh yeah.
It looks like Marlon Brando, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
So like.
I had to change my outfit like 30 times. So I had different suits, you know. I mean, the suit wardrobe, we changed, everybody had changed their outfits many, you know, dozens and dozens of times for different scenes. Carolina plays my hoe mistress.
I mean, that's true. Okay.
But it was just a great production. And it's probably going to lead to an Extortion Thugs too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody keeps pushing us to do it. I said, let's get the first one out
The
first.
first one out, yes.
You know, so as soon as we finish Snarly, you know, Carolina's been editing some of the scenes of Extortion Thugs, but once this film Snarly Owl's out, she goes crazy right into the second film Extortion Thugs, and Killer Grannies is right up there on the totem pole as well.
So after you're done editing, does it go to like another team to finish that work, or is
that
it
the final product?
Is that the final product? after you're done?
Usually it's that other team is doing a rough cut, and then it's going back to me to do the final cut, and sound mix, and mix the final coloring and final, you know, all the edits as a director's cut. So I'm polishing the final cut like myself, because it's our vision and it needs a lot of detailed work to do it together. Sometimes I do the whole movie from A to Z by myself too.
Wow.
So everything, you know, all the edits, everything, all the mixing and quality checks and everything. So I'm more like a technical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're great. I mean,
more creative. I'm more like technical.
Do you find it a challenge to like finish it and say, okay, it's good?
When is it good enough?
When is it
When
done?
is it good
I
enough?
feel like I would just it would take me forever to
So usually it takes like a few passes, like maybe I would say 20 passes until I feel like this looks like a movie, and then we have to take a break and go back and watch it again. So I'm literally watching a movie 100 times before I feel like this is the final product. Which when Chuck is showing me movie on TV on Tubi, I said, just switch it off. I don't want to watch it anymore. I'm just so over it.
Yeah.
I can't watch it anymore.
Right.
I literally have to watch it over and over again. And not only each scene, but the entire film in the end. I have to watch it like 100 times to make sure that
that's
right.
the other part to it, because then I feel like I'd be picking pieces. Oh, I should have did that one a little different, or should have wore, something different in that scene. You know, it's a little bit of that regret that you have, you know.
You would feel it. It comes with a feeling. I go with my own feeling. It's like it has to be a sweet spot when the cut goes, and there is I put the feeling into it, and also music plays a major role.
Music is a key to editing on that. And then the other thing is that we have to trim the fat. We can't be married to the pieces, because sometimes we have to cut scenes out, and you're like, wow, it's such a great scene.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's just get rid of it because we have to shorten the film.
Yeah.
Because there's 100 hours of footage, more, a few 100 hours. So we need to get an hour and a half piece. When she was doing Bad Bunny, the movie was like 2.5, 3 hours long. We had to get it down to an hour and a half.
Right.
So we had to dump a lot of footage.
Yeah.
A lot of scenes.
Then you got to color correct it. You have to color correct it where it's very cinematic. Then you got to keep going back and kind of get in that mood. And then you got to add the music and tweak more scenes with the music, and
a lot of work.
She'll go through passes and passes and passes.
There's a thing that usually I sometimes go off script and screenplay, and I do mixes. For example, there is one scene and the second scene, one next to each other. What I'm going to mix them together, and it's going to be go back and forth, like to this scene and this scene, so you feel like it's happening at the same time. So sometimes I go off the script and mix two scenes together, so people feel, okay, it's happening here, go back there, go back here. So you're in 3D reality instead of just scene after scene. So it also takes time to figure this out, So this mind games, I have to go through.
Editing is really the most important thing in filmmaking. I mean, it really is. We can film all day long, but in the end, it's what she's doing creative to get the key to the door, to say, okay, this makes sense. I mean, sometimes, like we said, we have to dump the footage, but we can't be married to it. It's got to go.
Yeah.
it can't lag. It's got to flow, So she's got a lot of experience now. I mean, she's done I don't know how many motion picture films now. We're going on 4 or 5 of them right now.
A lot. Plus, I worked as a main editor for other clients, so I have some like 10 years of experience here now.
That's amazing.
It's a lot of work, man. A lot of work, and but we're trying to pump these films out for our fans and try to get them out.
What a great team, Think about that.
is,
Husband
right.
and wife, right?
It's amazing.
Just like you guys, right?
Yeah, but not as exciting, I think. Right? I mean, it's definitely.
I mean, she helps me write
interesting.
comedy, but she doesn't have to help me write comedy. It's actually just in my house. She reminds me of my comedy.
But I do help him with some of his material.
I'm the only guy who walks in the front door, takes
Yeah.
his shoes off, and steps in dog shit.
Yeah, that's our biggest issue right now.
We got a puppy.
Housebreaking a puppy, so he's.
Well, we're influenced by like Rob Zombie and Moon Zombie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were told that we're like that husband and wife team.
It's awesome.
great.
There is a director. His name is John Krasinski. You know him, like he directed Quiet Place, and his wife is Emily Blunt, and he put her in the film. So they literally got famous from this movie, and actually I didn't know they were married, so that's kind of
and he's actually Polish. So
That's funny.
He has a Polish last name, but I think he's American.
American with that Polish background, but the husband and wives, we have it's great because we just have this love every day to entertain. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, we're together 24 hours a day.
Right.
Literally. I mean, we go to sleep and stuff, but the thing is,
No. I mean, we have to work in a separate rooms. Okay, there's no way I can work with Chuck.
I was gonna say, is he like looking over your shoulder, like, no, I don't agree with that? I would.
I
think you
do
have to
come in and
separate
look
a
at
little
her
bit.
editing, but then she's like, "Okay, you got to go."
Yeah.
I'll give you.
Okay, well, I'm the director.
Well, what
we
happens?
can
What happens with
relate
us?
to that.
I edit some stuff too, right? So I edit. I put my headphones on. I get all ready, and all of a sudden she's eating a bag of chips.
No, forget it.
The crunching of the chips.
That's ready to kill you right there.
Or if he doesn't have his headset on and he's going over and over and over, I'm like, it's fine. Just it's done. Like I don't have to hear the same thing. He's like, I'm trying to copy over, trying to find the right spot. I'm just like.
I mean, it's amazing taking raw footage that we shot. Like she's working on this film in the we shot this in the Appalachian Mountains.
Nice.
And pitch
Snarly
dark.
out.
Oh boy.
Pitch dark. We were shooting on the George Washington's nephew's property.
Oh,
in this mansion area. Having this monster creature dog and he's 8 feet
We shot
tall,
at night.
walking around, pitch black,
12 hours a
And
night.
we already shot Bad Bunny up in the Poughkeepsie area, up in
Poconos.
Poconos, so it was different terrain, totally different terrain, and we had the film crew falling down, the
In a
light guys
hole.
falling down,
Because it was pitch black.
it was
at night.
pitch black,
Right.
and we had to light up the forest with these big
Generators.
where there's no electricity. So, you hear these generators going off, and
Big project.
we literally did 22 hours in one day, I think.
Yeah,
We
at
did
night.
22 hours, probably the longest hours I've ever done. Usually, the film crew is usually good for
12
12,
hours.
13, 14 hours, but we knew that we had to finish it that night. So they were really good. A good friend of ours,
Adam Boster.
Alan Boster and his crew, and we had a blast with them. But the Appalachian Mountains, man, was something else.
Well,
Something else.
that the costume that you have. You don't have to worry about bears or anything coming over. They'll stay right. They'll stay the hell away.
You're worrying about, right?
You don't have to worry about any wild
We
animals.
were worrying about bags,
We
wolves,
had a free pistol.
Wolves.
and also they would actually have pistols on the crew.
Oh, okay.
and,
We were in the deep woods.
we were
there.
walking around. I was walking around with a shotgun.
Yeah.
That was
Wow.
prop shotgun. Carolina, we had headlights on. The movie was inspired by that show. I can't think of the show with those mountain men that go around and they find creatures. They walk around trying to find creatures.
On
So
the investigation channel?
investigation channel. So
I do.
I said, wouldn't that be cool if we made a movie like about a monster? And then we started researching and we found Snarly Owl. That's how it all came together.
Wow.
But it was funny because I had a beard on and she's this West Virginia girl, and we're in this bar and everybody's drinking, eating peanuts and
That was
popcorn,
great.
So it was this flavor of this West Virginia culture, I'm a New Yorker, man.
Again, we
I'm
shot
from
it.
Long Island.
We shot it in 10 days again.
We shot it in 10 days.
Wow.
We shot like 70
That's amazing.
scenes in 10 days.
That's amazing.
It was we like that. We like that challenge, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Carolina made some of the, I don't know if you guys can see this, but she was making all the wine decals.
Wine bottle prop.
All the props. She made all the decals for all the wine bottles and extortion thugs. So
Who's the artist that drew the pictures for Snarly Owl?
who's the what?
Who is an artist?
Yeah, who drew those pictures that you were showing before? Like who's?
The guy that actually made the creature.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Miguel.
Costume.
They're actually in Miami. They made the Bad Bunny too.
They created.
Costume.
They made
It's
the costume.
amazing.
Nice.
And he drew those pictures. He drew these pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
know.
awesome.
You know,
That's
but
great.
this is what it looks like. I mean, this is actually what it looks like here
Wow.
with the big, you know, big snout, red glowing eyes, giant tail.
Yeah.
You know, and to play that part, to actually have the actor play that part it's not easy because you're tied up in this suit.
Yeah.
You know, and,
Yeah.
and you're sweaty, you know, and so we had to make sure that we had to, you know, find the right guy. You
Who
know,
could deal with that? Yeah. Wow.
you know.
Awesome,
Wow.
man. So we're excited, man. I can't wait for all these movies to come out, you know.
Thank you.
And we're going to watch what was the one on
Well, the Mount Misery Road, I want to watch that one for sure.
And that's just
That was early on in our career.
Mm-hmm.
So.
remember. It's like a vlog.
Because that does bring back memories. I remember going to Amityville Horror House with my dad as a kid, because I'm a kid from the 70s as well.
We did watch Bad Bunny on Tubi TV, which is probably a lot of stuff was cut out. So we're going to have to see if we get the
Yeah.
director's cut for that one. That was awesome.
So it's on Tubi TV is the non-censored version.
Right, yeah.
YouTube
YouTube
is
was
the
cut
one.
out. We
Oh,
probably
the
watched it
nonsense is
other-
on Tubi. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think get it the other way around. Yeah.
And the American Ripper we got to watch.
The American Ripper.
American
is
Ripper
cool.
you can watch on Tubi
You
TV.
can actually, like after you watch it, you're not gonna talk to us anymore. We
These guys were crazy. I mean, we literally put a lot of crap in that movie. It was just a very sick film.
All right. Well, hey, listen,
Wow.
we really appreciate you calling in today. I know you guys are both very, very busy. And we
Thank you.
can't wait to see what's coming up with the Extortion Thugs. I can't wait to see that come out. And Snarly, am I saying it right?
Yao.
Snarly
Yeah.
Yao? That's coming out.
YOW.
That'll be coming out sooner, right? That'll be coming out.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll be getting that out this year. Probably
Okay.
in the next month or two.
That's great.
Amazing work. You guys are so creative, and I'm really happy to be friends with you guys. I feel like we grew up in the same era, same area, the same music, you know. So
Yes.
I'm sure we'll
Yes.
keep in touch. We'd love to have you back.
Absolutely.
Anytime
Thank
you want to
you.
come into the studio, next time you're in New York, you're more than welcome to stop into the studio here live, right? We got two more
Thank
chairs down
you.
here.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
that'd be fun
All right,
if you're back
guys.
on Long Island for sure.
So
All right.
thank you so
guys for
much.
inviting us.
Send us some heat. Send us some heat.
Yeah.
We're
All
thawing
right, have
out
a
up
good
here.
day. All right. Thank you,
Take
guys.
care.
Chuck and Carolina, thank you.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.